Can somebody tell them to turn that? Because I'm afraid some of you will fall asleep. We're going to, today is our annual club assembly, which this is a required meeting and we have to have at least 50%, which means we have to have at least 52 people. And we have secretary? All right. So just in case somebody leaves, we are going to have our assembly first and we're going to do the Happy Bucks and everything at the end, just in case somebody sneaks out. Keely, this is just for you. Keely told me back in the food area that he had to go take a nap, so he might have to leave a little early. So we're going to jump right into that. So please be seated, and I'm going to have Jennifer Bourne come up, and she is going to announce our new slate of officers. Let's do it all at the end.
We're so afraid y'all are going to get up and leave, so we're going to do this fast. All right, so we're going to officially call the meeting to order at 12:05. Okay, first thing, I'm Jennifer Bourne. I'm going to be your president next year, which means I'm president-elect this year. So this is my last of responsibilities for my year. First thing we're going to do is there's going to be I would like to make a motion, or I'd like to present a change to our current bylaws as they stand. I have them here if anybody has a question or wants to see them, but we also have them. And I guess how we're going to do this. We're going to vote on the bylaw changes, so I'll explain it. Then we're going to present the current board and the new board, and then we'll open the floor for nomination. We'll do the vote. And then Linus will come up and he'll present the BRCCF board recommendations. And then he'll open the floor for nomination and we'll vote on that. And then we will adjourn. And then we'll do the pledge and the four-way test and Happy Bucks and all that stuff. So we'll adjourn this portion of the meeting. Okay, so the change to the bylaws. So the way the current bylaws read is Article 2, I read them, and I'm not going to read this, but this is how they read. What we would like to change, there's a nominating committee. Part of my role is to develop a nominating committee for this whole process. So this wasn't me by myself. I had a group of people that helped me do this. I had to do that 2 months prior to the annual meeting, which we did. We met and we talked about you guys all behind your back. I'm just kidding. Or I'm not. And then we sit down and we talk about who we think would be the right fits for certain positions. And then we ask people to do these roles. President-elect, all of that are the officers. So what we're asking first to change is in this particular article, what I would like to do is change the vice president title. If you guys haven't read those positions, the vice president really is the program chair. In order for us to align with Rotary International, they don't have a vice president. It's a program chair. And so that is my request, is to see it as a club, if you guys would join with me in doing that. So how we would change the bylaws is we would remove the vice president title in this particular portion. We would have 8 directors positions. And we would add in the program chair as a director position, which is a 2-year position. Okay, the second place we would change it is in Article 4. Right here, it says Section 1 is president, Section 2 is president-elect, Section 3 is vice president. We would just remove that and then move everybody that all up. Does that make sense? The duties would not change. The duty of vice president is program chair. It is to develop our programs. Do we have any questions? Please. That probably happened before I was born. So somebody else might know the answer to that. I'm just kidding.
Paul Harris did that.
There you go. And if you don't know who Paul Harris is, then you were not at my last presentation.
I've been vice president, and while, when you got president-elect, president, vice president, from the name, it sounds like they're in that ladder, or that's not the case, so I think this is a very good idea.
Okay. Yep. All right. So can somebody, thank you. All right. Steve Hammers has made a motion. Does anybody second? All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. Did you get all that, Jennifer? We are taking minutes, if you didn't know. Okay, yay, onto the fun stuff. Okay, so that's our current board, and they're gone. Not yet, though. Y'all board members still have 6 more months, but they will be gone. So I would like to propose this be the next board. So I will go through them. I would serve as president. President-elect would become Jennifer Ruane, who is our current secretary. And to confuse you even more, we're going to put a third Jennifer in the line of succession, and Jennifer Shepard is going to become our secretary. There may be fun games of who's who, which Jennifer is this. We'll figure it out. Past president would be Stephen Hammers. Our treasurer stays Jason Holt. 1 more year. And then now our program chair. I can't see where all this is. Right here. Asan has agreed to become our program chair. Sergeant at Arms, Bob Thompson. Director at Large, Keely Hall. Club Services, Michelle LaFollette. Director of Membership. Am I saying the right names when I put this in there? Club Service Membership, Michael Kaplan. International Chair, Ted Illichillian. Vocational, Jay Evans. And Public Relations, Jared Tanksley. Did I get everybody? I did. Okay.
Laura, you missed Laura.
Oh, Laura. I'm sorry. I'm going off my list and this list confused me. And then Laura as community service. Thank you. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So what I'd like to do first is open up the floor for nominations. Okay. A second. Thank you. All right. So we'll close the floor. All those in favor? All right. So then can we make a motion to accept the board as proposed? Second. Patrick? All those in favor? Any opposed? All right. That's my portion. I'm done. Lennis?
All right, thank you, Jennifer. So the BRCCF bylaws require that the BRCCF also appoint a nominating committee to select trustees and officers to fill the open positions on the BRCCF board. There are 3 such positions that will become open at the start of the new Rotary year on July 1st, 2025. And until July 1st, those who are currently on the board will continue to serve. The nominating committee has met and selected 3 candidates who have subsequently been ratified by the current BRCCF trustees. The 3 candidates are, first, where is he? Oop. Pat Ryan, who will serve a 3-year term, replacing the position currently held by Larry Faust. Susie Lindsay, who will serve for a 3-year term, replacing the position currently held by Lee Williams. And Patrick Wright, who's going to serve for a 2-year term. Patrick's going to be finishing the last 2 years of the trustee position that's currently held by Laura Troop. By virtue of the fact that you just approved Laura Troop for the Community Services Chair, she will continue as a trustee for the next 2 years anyway. So we had a vacancy, and I'm grateful that Patrick volunteered to fill that vacancy so that we have a full BRCCF Board. Are there any other nominations? I'll entertain a motion to close. Tom Carr, thank you for making the motion. Is there a second? To Drew Rogers, seconded the motion. Thank you. All those in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye. Any opposed, please say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you for that. Now I will entertain a motion to approve the slate as currently presented. Jane made the motion. Tom Carr made the second. We will proceed to a vote. All those in favor of approving this slate as approved signify by saying aye. Any opposed, please say no. Thank you very much. The motion carries unanimously. Congratulations to the new board members. And Jennifer, let me turn the program back over to you to close us out.
Yes, we are adjourned on this club assembly. Jennifer, did you grab my sheet? Where's Jennifer at? There you go. I got to know what's next. That went quicker than I thought. And the reason why we started immediately, because a couple people came up to me and said they had to go. And I was afraid that we would not have enough. So we are going to have a short meeting, but let's go back to the beginning and like to call up Tom Carr is going to give us the invocation and Jay Evans is going to give us pledge and four-way test. Tom?
So, oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So let's keep in mind our family who's going to be traveling, all our families that are going to be traveling during Christmas, and those who can't be with us here today who are ill and are in the hospital or recovering from illnesses or about ready to go into surgeries. So please bow your heads. Our hearts are full, dear Lord, for the many, many blessings that you've given us, for the fertile fields and running rivers of our beloved country, for the time to live and enjoy them, for the freedom to walk with you. For all these things, dear Lord, we are eternally grateful. Amen.
Please join me.
Better law concern. For the bill, you will, I got conditions. For the benefit of all.
Jennifer Wayne, we got any guests today?
Here. Okay. And Jason, so we only have one guest today.
Yes, please welcome Selva Montgomery. She's a global realtor with Sotheby's International, also a treasurer of a nonprofit, Better Options Tennessee, and originally from Venezuela, lived in Spain, now lives in the Brentwood area and very interested in our club. So welcome.
Thank you, guest. Jared Tanksley, we're going to do Happy Bucks.
All right, who's happy today?
Got plenty of time for Happy Bucks today.
I will PayPal you. I promise. I really do when I say that. So I just have to say, all of us parents here who raise their kids in Brentwood, most of us move here to raise our kids in Brentwood. And then we very quickly realize, what have we done? We're raising them in this unreal bubble, and our kids will be totally unprepared for the future. So I am here to say that I'm so grateful for my son, He's decidedly out of the bubble. He's done with college for the semester. And he went and he's doing a service project in Florida, cleaning up after the hurricane. And so he's tearing out walls and tearing up floor and so on and so forth. And this organization doesn't pay you. It's a volunteer organization, but they give you free room and board, right? So what ends up happening is a whole bunch of homeless people volunteer for this job because they get a roof over their head and some food. And the place where they're keeping them is a prison.
Whoa.
So they don't close the doors, but they're sleeping in cells. So my Brentwood boy is now sleeping in a prison surrounded by homeless people. And I would say he is decidedly out of the bubble. And I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. That is awesome. Oh, yeah.
Okay, 8 days ago, we were treated to a very nice dinner. Thank you very much, everybody. And in the middle of that dinner, I got a text, and I'm a grandfather. Second time. 8 days.
Happy today? No. Miss Walter.
Hello and happy Friday. So my happy bucks are a little bittersweet happy bucks today. But some of you know, not all of you know, that I'm pregnant. Shocker. I know it. No, you now have free permission to ask, are you pregnant? So with that comes a job promotion for me in a couple ways. One, her mom, but I was offered a full-time work from home position with my current company, and I, of course, am taking that. So we have currently hired for my position, and hopefully she'll be here next week to introduce her to y'all. But once she's hired and I transition to work from home, I will no longer be able to join Rotary, which means as of December 31st, I will be resigning, which is once again bittersweet.
But you're also living in Clarksville, is that right?
Not Clarksville, but like an hour north of here. So just
okay.
slightly out of town a little. But anyways, moral of the story, just want to say thank you for the last 4-ish years that I've been in this club and everything that y'all have done alongside of me. It's been a pleasure working in this community with y'all. And I will definitely try to swing back by for pancake days and fun things when I can, but and bring her by to introduce her to y'all, because I know there's a handful of you that would like to meet her. But with that, I am currently the program chair. And because I'm resigning as of 31st, Bert Bradford is going to be filling in for me in just a little way. We've got everything scheduled. So for those of you who have reached out, booked speakers through me, just know if there's any adjustments or things that need to happen. Bert's kind of the go-to right now until Asan steps in, which we're going to get him started in training in Q3 of our Rotary year. So just be aware that there's a little bit of that shift happening. But yeah, if you have questions, come talk to me and we'll get it going from there.
Congratulations.
When's the baby due? All right, make sure you let us know.
So, past presidents of this club, you'll recognize why I just put in $1 as a happy buck, because today we got a quorum.
I want to thank so many of you who have already filled out your community service survey from the BRCCF. We need 100% participation, so I just want to give you a little nudge. We need responses by next Friday. I will send you an email reminder with another link to the survey, but we need everyone to participate. What we really want to know is what relationships you have with nonprofits in the area. We want to know the names of those organizations. We want to know why you're excited about these and what you're passionate about, because your passion might connect to someone else who has a passion in that same area. And then we can really do some important work in this community with our collective efforts. So please make this a priority, because I'm going to bug you about it a whole lot. Okay.
happy that this club is involved in international service by being part of a global grant with other clubs and making things happen around the world. Right now, solar panels are being put on the tops of the school in Antalya, Turkey, which is really, really cool. And we've made the connection through Sedef Birjan, who is a Rotary friend of mine for over 10, 15 years. We met at an international convention. I urge you to go to international conventions because you will meet people that will stay friends for you all your life. And you've got some more? Is that it? Okay, thank you.
Ray Little.
Got three things. First, Merry Christmas to everyone. The joy of the season is yours. Second, I want to thank everyone that serving as an officer on the Rotary Board and then on the Brentwood Rotary Club Charitable Foundation Board. Your service to us is greatly appreciated. But as one who has some insight into this community, this club truly makes a difference in the quality of life to the citizens of Brentwood, whether it's noticed or not. And I think most of us don't care whether it's necessarily noticed because we do want to serve and serve above self. So I just want to thank all y'all who are serving. And I will tell you from my limited experience of serving on both boards that it's a great experience and a great learning experience if this is your first year. So thank you for that. And thirdly, I'm just really, really thankful for a one-game winning streak. Well, Brett.
That's great. Well, I'm thankful today. Our dear friend and member who hadn't been here in a while, Rodney Lunn, has joined us for lunch today. Thanks for coming, buddy. Anybody else? Anybody else? For once. Oh, Alan Sway. Boy, how silly of me. $5. Watch out. What's up?
We're not going to talk on Ole Miss, but you know, Jordan, great friend, gonna miss you. So happy for you. I have some unhappy news though. I've been a member since 2008, and I won't be going anywhere. So.
Well, we're happy to have you, Alan.
I thought you were going to scare us for a minute there. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate that. Can you put the agenda up real quick? In my notes in the reflections, I mixed some dates up. We are meeting next week, the 20th. We have a program, Tennessee State Archives, that will be very, very interesting. So we are going to meet here next week. The 27th and the 3rd, we are not having a meeting. That's right in that Christmas, New Year's. So we're not meeting the 27th, 3rd, or 3rd, but we will be here next week. And then we'll come back together here on the 10th. So we're definitely meeting next week, just so everybody knows that. A couple things, this is really, really amazing, and time flies so much. Susie is not here today because her son is graduating. If y'all remember, those who've been around a while, she adopted a little boy from Siberia when he was 4. Do some of you remember that? He is 24 years old. 24, and he's graduating from Tennessee Tech today. Susie definitely changed his life. So I just think that's something to mention, and it is just truly, truly amazing, especially how time flies. Also, our club contributed in the last Waverly food distribution this Saturday. There were 15 of us there. There were a few spouses. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. It was crowded, and it was really neat to them say, hey, who's from Rotary? And just people everywhere. And Brentwood, our noon club, we had the biggest group there. So it was really nice. They thanked us many, many times. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. And it was very, very special to be able to contribute to that over the last 3 years. Very, very special. Quick announcement from Patrick Wright. on Harpeth.
You, President Steve. Yeah, coming back from the new year, the 10th, we'll have 2 weeks to get ready for Little Harpeth. So ready or not, here it is, 6 weeks out. There are flyers on your table. Please take these. As I mentioned, I think a week or two ago, when I first kind of brought this to the club's attention, we're going to partner more closely this year with the Harpeth Conservancy. They're getting us into the 19th century with some of the technology, social media type stuff. And so we're actually having a meeting with them. If you have any questions, reach out to me. This is my last year. I say it again. Jennifer Ruane and Banks will kind of begin to run this and reach out to you to build a team going forward. But again, it's January 25th, same time, place, all the same procedures and processes, but just adding the Harpeth Conservancy to our mix in a more formal way this year. So any questions, let me know. Thank you. If you can help me, there's a sign-up sheet as well. You know you can make it. Always have a lot of good help when we're herding cats and getting people out the door. Always need volunteers to lead sections of the river. So I'll go ahead and put that petition out. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, and thank you for helping us all these years. It's a really good thing. I have two options for you, and I know which one you're going to pick. Since we're done extra early, we either have table talks or we leave for the weekend. You want to leave for the weekend? All right. Well, thank you. Y'all table talks? You want to leave? What do you want? All right. Well, I guess we'll skip town early. Thank you for the guest. Sylvia, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Love to have you back. Outside of that, we will see you next Friday, the 20th. And it's hard to believe it's almost Christmas. Thank you. We are adjourned. Oh, don't forget to put tables up, chairs up, help out. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you.